Sometimes I think I'm losing my touch. Like tonight, I was in this bar and there's this new barmaid, Chantel. She is fit. Oh, so fit. And does she know it? So it's getting towards last orders and I lean over the bar and I say, "Do you have the right time, darling?" And she says, "Last time I checked my mobile, it was 2020, darling." You do know what a mobile is, don't you, Grandad? Or has modern technology also passed you by? And I thought two things. First thing I thought was, that's the last time I tell you to keep the change. Second thought was, you can't win 'em all. I work on ratios, you see. See, for every 50 women who tell you to bog off, one will be flattered. Pathetically grateful even. That's always been my strategy. Though the odds were probably better when I was younger and fitter. I've always turned heads. These days it's mostly grey ones, but at least they still have their own hair and their own teeth. But beggars can't be choosers. You take what you can get. Where is this chuffing bus? My pizza's getting cold and my lager's getting warm. I'm flaming fed up with this bus service. I reckon buses are frightened to travel alone round here. It's why they always turn up in threes. First one is packed to the rafters. Second one is half full. Third one sails past empty like it's going for gold. Trust us to get you there. That's the bus company slogan. Yeah, but on what day? Not necessarily the day you want to travel on, but what the hell? It's barely council subsidised anymore, so forget the poor service user. I saw a framed poster on one of the rare ones that actually turned up the other day. It said something like, at capacity, this bus could replace 75 cars. Doubtless it could, if anyone had any confidence it would actually turn up. Who writes this bunkum, and why would they expect anyone to believe it? Experience speaks louder than claptrap. They should invest the money in having a decent bus service, not the realms of fantasy fiction. But I digress. We've got time by the looks of it, so let's talk about me. It is all about me, after all. The name's Tony. I'm the second of 4 brothers. Mike, the oldest, is the respectable one. He's a school bobby, otherwise known as an education welfare officer. Stout fellow. Folks always said I was bright, but not academic. They weren't wrong. I could have probably done with his guidance myself. Shame he was me bro, not me dad. Third bro is Pete, ex-rugby professional, forced to retire from the game because of injury. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but now he works in a cutlery factory, so seems to have found his vocation in life. Then there's baby Justin. He's the only sibling with a university education, has been living abroad in the Czech Republic and works for some multinational. He's well out of it, living the high life in Prague. Lucky swine. What can I say about me dad? What's on top? All that comes to mind was the night I came home late from Nobby Clark's party and he locked me out. 10 minutes after curfew. I had to sleep on the porch. I was 16. Memories are made of this. Was I sorry when he snuffed it? Didn't come as a shock. Brain aneurysm when he was in one of his rages. So no tears shed this end. Only woman I ever truly loved was me mother. She put up with some stuff. She knew I was a wild one, but she always loved me. She always wanted the best for me. If I'm a disappointment, she'll never know. I was still married to Carol with the twins when she passed. Feels like a million years ago. Then I hit my stride. People call me a womanizer, but can I help it if I'm a sex god? Carol couldn't cope with me playing away. Neither could Lynn. Or Maggie. Or... Being a long-distance lorry driver, I didn't have a girl in every port, just every petrol station. I'm being chased for spousal support nationwide and still running. Dream on. I'm skint. I've also escaped the long arm of the child maintenance service so far. I'm always skint, though I don't want for much. I don't need much. I'm happy with my council flat, and I'm happy with my own space. I would be if this flaming bus would turn up and take me there. There's a lot to be said for living alone. You can break wind whenever you want. Mum brought me up proper, so I don't do it in polite company. But sometimes you've got to let rip. Fortunately, there's nobody around to complain at the mo, and when they are, I can contain it. I'm polite that way. I'm a romantic at heart. Where is this chuffing bus? I've been stood here that long, my toes are going numb. OK, so it's hardly the weather for flip-flops, but I'd run out of clean socks, and if there's one thing I do take seriously, it is personal hygiene. I got that off my mum. I'll put a round in the washer when I get home. If I ever get home. I've got lovely feet, though. For a bloke, I mean. Never been shy of getting them out. Big feet. Size 11s. And you know what they say about men with big feet? They say, big feet, big flip-flops. Often wonder what them blokes are thinking. You know the ones with toenails like a Chinese mandarin, with enough muck under them to start their own potato farm. What do they think when they're putting on their sandals? That'll impress the ladies. All it makes me think is, if that's what your feet look like, I don't want to know what your pants look like. But I digress again. It's what I do. Point is, I'd walk home, but flip-flops aren't made for walking uphill. So here I stand. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, we can tell you're a fitty, Tony. But do you put your success with women down to your lovely feet and perseverance alone? And I'd have to say, no. In the immortal words of Bjorn Christian Ulvaeus, I have a talent, a wonderful thing. And no, it's not that everyone listens when I start to sing. I save that for the shower. I sound like a foghorn, to be honest. No, you want to know my secret. I know what women want, what they really, really want. So, I'll tell you what they want, what they really, really want. They want a big, fat, long, hard laugh. I make 'em laugh. I make 'em forget the daily grind. I make 'em forget the cares. I trigger those lovely endorphins in the brain that make them feel good about themselves. It's a gift. I can't help myself. It comes naturally. I make 'em giggle up the stairs, titter their underwear to the floor, and when I get them between the sheets, they have hysterics. In a good way. In my experience, laughter is the ultimate aphrodisiac. And I'm the original good time that was had by all. The trouble is, the jokes get old fast, the laughter stops, boredom sets in, and then I'm off to find a new, appreciative audience for my routine. That's to be done. I've got a lot of love to give, and it needs to be spread around. Oh, stuff this. Can't never stay in one spot too long. Oi, taxi!